سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح وغص الدعاء الخفي الصريح.
Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be talking about benefits of Hajj as a Muslim in 2025. So let's get right to it, mate. You guys got a good angle of me. So what is Hajj and why is it important, right? So one of the 5 pillars of Islam, central to Muslim belief host, is the pilgrimage to Mecca that every Muslim must make at least once in their life. So once in their lifetime, if they're able, is the most spiritual event that a Muslim event experiences. Observing rituals in the most sacred places in the Islamic world, which is true, wallahi. So that is starting off what Hajj is, a bit of like an explanation about what Hajj is. It's an Islamic little thing. It's like Umrah. You do it for the sake of Allah, once in a lifetime thing. It's also said that before you die you need to do it once, but I'm going to get into that. So let's talk about the 7 steps of Hajj. Number 1, step 1, enter Makkah and perform the first ritual's intention in Ihram. So when you go to Umrah or Hajj, you need to wear this Ihram with anything else off. To put your Ihram on, and you need to take your shirt off and you need to walk. Let me rephrase. You just need to put your Ihram on, and that's all you can have where you're in Umrah in front of everyone. And you need to make their proper ritual intentions and put your Ihram on. That's number 1. Step 2, Mina City of Tents. Step 3, Day of Arafah. These are steps in Hajj and Umrah, different locations, different places, different types of things that you do. This is literally where peace be upon them grew, and it has all the Islamic ancient things and all those things there. Step 4, Muzlafifa. Step 5, Rami al-Jamad, stoning the devil. So a ritual in Saudi, of course, whether you're doing Umrah or, excuse my language, I'm tired. Whether you're doing Umrah and Hajj, it's stoning the devil. So you throw a stone at where the devil is caged at for the specific month. So during that time, the devil will be caged. You can stone the devil, innit? Allah has put that time there. Excuse me. To be able to stone the devil, that's one thing. Step 6, Eid al-Adha and Islamic sacrifices. So like you see before Eid, like you cut the bakra, you cut the goat, you cut all these things. Step 7, farewell tawaf. These are the 7 steps in it. Why is Hajj celebrated? A deep question a lot of Muslims ask, innit? So I'm here to explain that to all you women, all you uktis and akis. So what's the significance of hosting Muslims for pilgrims? Performing Hajj fulfills a ritual, religious obligation, but it's also a deeply submitted experience of a lifetime. It's seen as a chance to seek forgiveness, seek God's forgiveness for past sins, to grow closer in the footsteps of prophets, and in Hajj, remembrance of Allah is established. He is venerated. Some rituals are Korean. And such as reciting Talbiyah. During Hajj, Muslims from all parts of the world come together and show their love for one another. So the Ummah reunites, like I've said, they show, like during Hajj, when I was in Umrah this year, February, right? I didn't know these people, like they were just saying salam to me. It was all comfortable, it was all peace, it was all happy, because everyone's happy to be able to do that before they die, or even just be able to, it's a once in a experience, lifetime chance, isn't it? And get to know one another, and that is also accompanied by exhortations guiding towards truth and encouraging people to adhere to it. Hajj was first performed by Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then later his son Prophet Ismail. Hajj consists of 18 steps. It is a kind of jild for the sake of Allah. Hence Allah mentions it after the verses the Hajj, and it is proven in Al-Sahih that the Prophet's blessings and belief of his blessings and peace of Allah be upon him said to Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, when she asked him whether jihad is obligatory for women. Yes, for them there is a jihad in which there is no fighting. Hajj and Umrah. Hajj cleanses the soul, bring purify, happen and renewal. These rituals have a significant impact on Muslims' mental and spiritual well-being. Hajj explicits a spectrum of feeling, creates within humility and thankfulness, and encourages self-reflection as well as personal development. Hajj is a Muslim pilgrimage, which you already know, close pilgrimage of journey which was religious or spiritual significance, usually to an important religious place. Get into the benefits of Hajj, but I'm just going to explain some things in it. Ibn Kamal. Apologies, my video cut off in it, but I was back to what I was saying, just a little talk in it. Ibn Qudama, may Allah have mercy upon him, said if a person for whom Hajj was obligatory dies and did not do Hajj, was obligatory dies and did not do Hajj, then money must be taken out from his entire wealth for Hajj and Umrah not to be done on his behalf. Why to have one time more prudent to perform voluntary tawaf around the Kaaba 7 times if he has the ability to do so in order to receive the full reward from Allah Almighty. So what we need to learn from that is the reason you have to do tawaf 7 times is to get more reward. It's not just like a necessary action. And in the second part, I said Ibn Kamada, if I can say it right, may Allah have mercy on him, said if you have never done Umrah or Hajj once in your life, you need to have money must be taken out from his entire wealth for host and Umrah to be done on his behalf. So he has to do Umrah for somebody else on his behalf, or Hajj on his behalf, and that's for the person who has never done Umrah or Hajj. Like, say they're alive for 80 years, right, and they have never gone once, just out of ignorance, or they just didn't go when it's obligatory in a way, innit? Obviously everyone struggles financially, but Allah make it easier for us, but at the end of the day, nevertheless, it is obligatory, never forget that. So the person who doesn't do that, and he saved that money all them years, has to at least sponsor somebody's Umrah or Hajj. And if you don't, you already know what Jahannam's like. I'm not saying you're going to Jahannam for not going to Umrah or Hajj once in your life, but it's a very big mandatory thing. Like, at least brothers and sisters go to Umrah or Hajj once in your life. I'm not saying when you can't afford it, but there will be an age and stage in your life when you will be somewhat with enough savings, or there will be enough, you'll be able to provide in some way by the time you're 60, 50, 40, 30, 80, to be able to at least take one trip. So at least you don't count as a kafir to that extent, you know what I mean? Information on host as a Muslim in 2025. What is Hajj and why is it so important? One of the pillars of Islam controlled to Muslim belief, host is a pilgrimage to Mecca that every Muslim must make at least once in their lifetime. See, I told you. If they are able, it is the most spiritual event that Muslim experiences, observing rituals in the most sacred places in the Islamic world. I've never been to Hajj personally. Inshallah, I'll be able to go before I die. So I don't want to be a hypocrite. But I have been to Umrah once and I'm going again soon. So my experience going to Umrah, it was life-changing. There was so much peace. There was so much I learned. I've never felt happier. It felt like I was in, and they say this in the Quran, and they say this in, like, a lot of Muslims say this too. It's like going to that place, like in Saudi, Medina, Mecca. Like, it's